And welcome back to Mimas, with me, 54 Bear, the complete idiot. And yes, I've done some idiotic things, and I decided to embrace some of the idiocy with the pipeworks. Changes, there have been a few. I added a second Stirling room, and this is pulling gas from this purple tank, which is very hot. That hot gas completely overwhelms this cooling system. It only takes a matter of seconds before, or probably 15 seconds, and the temperature in here is well above 100 degrees Celsius. I could add more radiators to it. I really don't know how much that's going to affect things. Probably the safest way is to expand the size of it so that there is more gas in there, a bit more thermal mass, and it'll take longer for the room to heat up. So rather than going overboard in that area, I thought I would try something new or something different. And I built this large heat exchanger, connected it to this waste tank. I've also added some gauges so it's easy to see what the temperature is. So this stuff is currently 200 degrees. I've just done a little bit of copper smelting and I'm just pumping that in. It had got down to 140 degrees, so it's not generating as much. I also added an additional battery, figuring that the addition of another Stirling would generate a lot of excess power. But I don't know. At the moment, I don't want to use this one because it gets so ridiculously hot in there. You lose the thermal efficiency, and basically wasting energy. Right now, this Stirling is on almost full time. You can see from the pistons, it's not moving particularly fast. It's only generating like a kilowatt. So it's going pretty much all the time. So the idea is connect the brown tank and the purple tank with a heat exchanger. And I put a valve on it just so I can turn it on and off if needs be. At some point, I mean, if this cooled down to 150 degrees, at this pressure, I think everything would stay as a gas. Not entirely confident in that, so I want to be able to shut it off should the need arise. Obviously, I need to add a liquid tank with some condensation valves so that as this, whatever does condense, isn't going to burst any pipes. But I may resort back to just filtering out everything that isn't water. And I've labeled this tank as a steam tank. It may get renamed to something else, and I'll actually create another tank that is just steam. So we turn that on, and the temperature in here starts to drop quite quickly. And we should see a corresponding increase in temperatures and even pressures in here. So that will make this Stirling engine more efficient because it's processing hotter gas. And obviously as the gas increases in temperature, the pressure will rise as well. And that seems to have a positive impact on how much it produces. I also added in a volatile filler. It's currently set to 1.5 megapascals. That seems to be about the high end for what you can put in here. I pulled out the nitrogen, replaced the canister with a volatile one, same in here. So my current thinking is when this cools down a little bit more, let's get it down to maybe 1,000 degrees. At that point, I'll try firing up this Stirling again and see if this cooling system can keep up with things. I don't expect it will keep it at cryogenic type temperatures, but at least slow the rise down. This one, you can see the cable is actually buried in the ground. Goes along here, and at some point I will finish the wiring and connect it there. I've only been running it for a few seconds at a time because, as I said, the temperature gets a little extreme, a little fast. I do have to make some more heavy cable for it. So hopefully that will get us to a situation where water is less of an urgency. Right now I think I'm down to 19 litres in the blue tank down at the end there. In here I think it's down to 19 litres. It should last several more days, should be good enough. I think it should be long enough in order to cool it down, and if the worst comes to the worst, I can also slap a load of radiators on that purple tank and cool it down much faster. But I would prefer to suck as much energy out of the hot gas as I can, because we get so little. I mean, sunlight doesn't last very long. It spends at least a quarter of the day behind Saturn, and even if it didn't, you'd only get 60 watts or so from each solar panel. So that's where we are. I had printed up a bunch of components for the advanced furnace. Most notably, I think I had 100 pipes, but I keep having to dive into this pile of stuff in order to take care of the cooling system over here. And little ledges. Yeah. Can land on another moon, but can't make a small step up. And you'll notice this one is also not connected to the logic network because I don't want it getting turned on when the other Stirling is kicked on. If you recall, in the base management script, I don't use any pins to control anything. Everything's being done by hash names. So I can add as many Stirlings as I want. I don't have to worry about it. I can add as many batteries. If I want multiple gas sensors in here, I can just add them as needed, and I don't have to change a single line of code. That's the theory. Practice, well, there will probably get a point where I'll just get lazy and say, you know what, I'm going to connect something with a pin because I can't be bothered to look up the hash or name something or write the extra line of code that's needed. Anyway, so that's where we are at the moment. It's just a quick update. Hopefully, as I said, the gas in here will cool down to a point where I can consider running it through the Stirling. It's getting close. This gas should have warmed up a fair bit. Yeah, it's doing quite nicely now. I don't want to go above 40 megapascals because I may still need to do some smelting, and right now this is my only furnace. At some point I will make another one. It will live out somewhere near the advanced furnace, probably on the left side rather than the right this time, so that I don't have to shuttle degassed ores quite so far. But yeah, that's where we are. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I do love hearing from you. Get some great ideas, and if you see or think of anything, let me know. I mean, I've got 4,000 hours in this game, and I am still learning. Every playthrough, learn something new, do something different, and just generally finding new ways to die or make things explode that shouldn't explode. Anyway, thanks for watching. 54 Bear out.